Boris Johnson wants to fast-track the lockdown exit and be near normality in July, it has been reported. The Prime Minister has warned that hitting the optimistic target means the public sticking to the current lockdown measures. He has threatened to hit the brakes of any lockdown exit if the infection rate starts to rise. In a video call with 100 backbench Tory MPs, the PM confirmed full Commons sittings would resume on June 2. An MP in on the call told The Sun, "Boris told us he is determined that the country should be as close to normality again before the end of July." But he was clear it all depends on the country meeting the conditions that have been set for tackling the virus. Most importantly, that means bringing down the infection rate, and that can only be achieved if the continues to obey the rules on social distancing to help stop it spreading. Read more related articles. The lockdown is currently costing the UK roughly £2. £5 billion a day, and Mr. Johnson is planning a major speech to kickstart growth. It will include major infrastructure projects, such as Northern Powerhouse rail and broadband, plus education reforms. He reportedly scoffed at suggestions his new "Stay Alert" catchphrase had caused confusion and insisted most people get it. Boris admitted today that there was public frustration with his government's measures to ease the coronavirus lockdown. As a poll indicated growing dissatisfaction with Johnson's handling of the crisis, he wrote in the Mail on Sunday paper, "I understand that people will feel frustrated with some of the new rules. Read more related articles. On Wednesday, ministers began a gradual easing of restrictions in England, with people who could not work from home encouraged to return to their jobs whilst being told to avoid using public transport if possible. The changes do not apply to people in Scotland, Wales or Northern Ireland, whose governments have not eased the lockdown. Speaking to BBC Breakfast on Sunday, Andy Burnham, Mayor for Greater Manchester, called for the government to publish a regional breakdown of the R-value, which measures how many people on average one infected person transmits the disease to help local authorities decide when to reopen schools following opposition from unions to government plans to start sending some primary school children back from June 1. He said, "People do not have the R information at the moment. They can get it, but it's not formally published by the government." There's a very different picture in the north, particularly in the northeast, where the R is the highest, so I can understand concerns about lifting lockdown measures. Let's get back around the table, look at the evidence and have some flexibility in terms of how children return to school because it will be different for different places.